talking out of my ass. We're 36. For you creatures of habit. And this, my 36, talking from my shitty fucking stalactite, dingleberry-ridden asshole. Graying and wrinkled as it is. Rotting in a decrepit moisture of dankness and mildew. A mildew smell. My asshole. My anus. As, what's his face would put it. My anus. It's my 36 talking from my anus. Yeah. Pull up the fucking notes. YouTube censorship. Yeah. Oh yeah, YouTube's starting to censor people. Can't talk about steroids. You can't talk about drugs. You can't show beheadings. You can't show murdered people. You can't show this. You can't show that. See, the problem with these tech companies, they control the fucking technology, right? But they don't create. They don't create the content. We do. The creators, right? They just provide the medium. See, but they're making money off the content. They're just providing the medium. There's no need for them to censor shit like this. The internet's not censored. There's no censorship on the fucking information on the internet. You say whatever the fuck you want. But somehow they feel the need to censor it. I mean, as soon as companies, the general trend is, as a company becomes more popular and more successful and more profitable, they want to, like, you know, they want to fucking, gain control and power over over the people that made them rich. Which in a sense is Google. See, the problem with that whole fucking philosophy is that, they can be replaced. LiveLeak, LiveLeak.com can be fucking replaced by any other fucking, can replace anything. LiveLeak, they have fucking beheadings on there. They have that fucking, what is that guy? Slotko, Slavitko, or whatever the fuck, that Russian serial killer. He's on LiveLeak, cutting legs. He's dismembering people and hanging them on LiveLeak. YouTube won't allow that shit to happen. Won't fucking allow that fucking video to be on there. I guess they're afraid it'll corrupt people, but YouTube's not the only fucking doesn't have the only playground, the only jungle gym on the fucking playground, all right? There's other fucking jungle gyms. LiveLeak.com. I don't know. Learn HTML. Learn fucking JavaScript and whatever computer language you need to start your own fucking video servicing website. Because this YouTube shit is starting to become censored. They're starting to censor freedom of speech and freedom of thought, which is a big no-no in America. We're the only country in America that allows freedom of thought and freedom of speech. That's why we're so successful. I mean, see, you hear me cussing and shit, right? You fucking got pornography all over the fucking place. Well, you need that shit. You need that outlet. Well, let's see what else. I am glued together meat. Yeah, I was watching one of them Syria war footage videos. It's a big compilation of fucking Syrian war footage. And this one building gets blown up, I guess, by, I don't know who's fighting over there. The Syrian army against fucking ISIS, I would assume. That's what I gather. Anyways, they cut to this one dude. He's holding, like, whatever's left of his buddy, right? And his buddy's just basically a head with one arm and a fucking some skin. And the only thing that's holding together is skin. It's just basically a head with an arm and like some skin flapping around on the bottom. And I was thinking, man, you know what? That's all I am. I'm fucking meat that's glued together by way of fucking tendons and fucking skeletal muscle and, you know, all this shit just being held together by a bunch of bones and tendons and shit. The skin itself, you know. I'm not a medical student, so I don't know what the hell is holding my body in, you know. But I'm assuming it's just skin and fucking bones and tendons and, you know, whatever's holding the muscle to the bone. I don't know what the fuck that does, what that is. Yeah, I'm just meat glued together, basically. People who need to die immediately. I don't know if you have this in your fucking town, but there's these pedestrian crosswalks, right? And the only thing that designates them as pedestrian crosswalks are fucking signs that say, stop. And then in like a fine print, a small print format, there's when pedestrians are in the crosswalk. It says there's like a yellow, it's like a yellow 4 foot high, about, I don't know, 6 inches wide, like sign stuck in the middle of the street by way of like bolts or something. It's glued right to the street. I don't know, they bolted into the street. And it says there's like a little stop sign with the word stop on it on top of a stop sign, or on top of like a stop sign insignia. And then in fine print it says when pedestrians in crosswalk. That's the qualifier, you know? If there's no pedestrians in the crosswalk, then what the fuck is that person driving that fucking car stopping for? They're still stopping. There's no pedestrians in the crosswalk and they're still fucking stopping. What, they can't read the fucking fine print? It says when pedestrians in crosswalk. I don't know if it's like an English thing, if it's like a language thing. You know, we have, you know, in Chicago, there's plenty of immigrants here from all fucking parts of the globe. Africa, you name it. They're fucking from all over here, right? But even then, I see people who look like Americans. They're still stopping at these fucking crosswalks. Do they need better prescription eyeglasses when they're fucking driving? I don't know what it is. Is it stupidity? Are they so fucking stupid they can't read the fine print where it says there's a stop sign, a little stop sign on the fucking the sign, and it says stop. Qualifier when pedestrians in crosswalk. Are they fucking so stupid they can't fucking read? And do these people need to be fucking eliminated from the gene pool? Maybe they do. Maybe those people need to fucking die. Please get them out of the fucking gene pool. Cross them off the civilization, please. Because I can't take them anymore. I'm gonna rear end one of these fuckers one day, just out of fucking spite. It says stop when pedestrians in crosswalk. There's a qualifier there. If there's no pedestrian in the crosswalk, keep on going, fuckhead, shit for brains. There's no need for you to stop, yet they stop. The fuck? Drive me fucking nuts. I don't know, I gotta get some caffeine in me because I'm half into this podcast, you know. Half into it. The caffeine's taking over finally. I don't know if I don't even feel like doing this shit today. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know. I'm in this fucking McDonald's parking lot. I've seen some crazy ass shit go down here one night. A dude, he was like he was booking down the middle of this parking lot, right? This McDonald's parking lot. And then he had like 3 or 4 guys chasing after him, right? And it was raining out and shit, right? So the fucking, this asphalt parking lot, it was all slippery and shit. Especially if you have like rubber-soled shoes, like gym shoes and shit. And so like the guy running, right? I guess he turns around to confront one of the guys chasing him. And the one of the guys chasing him has like a fucking crowbar or something. I can't remember. Or a baseball bat or a stick. But the guy chasing him, the guy about the fucking, who was chasing the original guy who was running, right? He slips. As he's about to fucking just lay a fucking stick upside this guy's head, the guy being chased, as he's about to fucking lay a stick right upside it, he slips. His gym shoes, like, they have no fucking traction on the fucking slippery asphalt. He slips, fucking both feet fly out from underneath him, and he bangs his head on the fucking asphalt. Damn near knocks himself out the fuck out and shit, right? And the guy they're chasing, he just runs down the fucking alley. Then the guy's other buddies, the other guy's buddies, fucking trying to help the guy who slipped on the fucking asphalt up. And they're like, man, are you okay? Okay. And they're like, well, why the fuck you doing shit in this McDonald's parking lot? There's fucking cameras everywhere. I guess because one of the guys had a gun or something shit, right? He's about to pull out and start shooting at the fucking guy they were chasing. They're like, man, don't do that. There's fucking cameras all over this fucking McDonald's parking lot. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. It's that crazy ass fucking neighbor at Humboldt Park, man. Can't believe this is like one. It's supposed to be designated as the hottest fucking real estate market in the country, the United States. Ukrainian Village, Wicker Park. It's like it's supposed to be like some kind of major investment, target for a lot of real estate developers. The hottest real estate market in the fucking United States. And they got that kind of shit going down here in the McDonald's parking lot. I remember I was rolling down a fucking street called Grand Avenue, right? It was like 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night. And, I come up to I'm coming up close to Western. I'm going eastbound on Grand Avenue towards Western. And then I see around maybe a little west, I think it was west of California. I was rolling up on Grand Avenue, California, in my car, and I'm coming up with this police blockade, right? And there's this policeman. He's in the middle of the street blocking traffic, and then what he's blocking is like this SUV. It's like stuck in the middle of the fucking road, but it's like, it doesn't just pull out to the side. It's like in the middle of the fucking road, like, perpendicular to like to the fucking hash marks in the road. So it's like covering both lanes, because it's like parked sideways in the middle of the fucking road. And this policeman's like waving me around and shit, like go the fuck around, right? So a couple of days later, I read about this story where at that fucking spot, I'm assuming it's this SUV, that person who was driving the SUV had witnessed some, I guess, gang members murdering somebody. And so the gang members are like, well, now we got to murder this fucking guy who's driving this SUV because he witnessed our fucking homicide of this dude. And so that's what I was passing. Some dude, I guess he had been shot right in his fucking SUV. And they're calling this shit like the fucking hottest real estate market in the fucking country. I've heard some crazy ass shit. Some guy was telling me he witnessed somebody, like some dudes, like stabbing each other. Like they had, like these dudes were like on this one guy. They were stabbing the fuck out of him. And the people stabbing him were like to this one eyewitness to this murder. They were like, man, don't say anything about this. He's like, I'm not even looking over there, man. All right. Yeah. So the hottest market in fucking in America is like a fucking. Like a murder, like a homicide fucking, a homicide haven, right? Go figure. Fucking yuppies will fucking sit there and live next to drug dealers. Put a condo building right next to a drug dealer's house and shit, right? They don't give a fuck, man. As long as they're like 10 minutes away from their downtown job, they don't give a fuck, man. They'll stick a fucking condominium building. You just see some of these condos, man. They're built like fortresses, man. There ain't no way to get in there except through a fucking a steel gate that fucking, that's motorized. So you don't even have to get out of the fucking car to move the fucking gate. It just motorizes itself, reels itself back by way of a fucking motor, an electric motor with a chain link to the fucking gate, right? And there ain't no way in these fucking fortress-like condos, man. It's all brick and shit. Their little fucking whatever, their little plot in the back of their fucking condo, like 10 feet by 10 feet. That's all brick walled off by 10 foot high brick walls and shit. They look like fucking they look like fortresses, man. There's no way to get in there, So, like, yeah, these yuppies, they want to be living close to downtown, which this fucking Wicker Park area provides. It's only 10 minutes. It's only a 5-minute drive to downtown. And even though if they have to put up with all that shit, they'll fucking go for it, man. The yuppies, man, they don't give a fuck for some reason. It's amazing. I don't know. Is it amazing? I don't know. Oh, well, they got Starbucks, in this fucking neighborhood, so I guess that's a good sign. That's going yuppified. I guess. Sometimes, sometimes the fucking the people, they don't want to leave, The yuppies want these fucking people to leave, and sometimes those people don't want to fucking leave. I know Pilsen's like that. Pilsen's a real fucking rough-ass neighborhood. I've had, like, my friends, people I've known, tell me why I had to get out of Pilsen because they were killing all my fucking friends. So my friends had to go to downstate to like Southern Illinois University just to get away from fucking Chicago and Pilsen because their friends had been killed so many of their friends. And that's supposed to be like a hot ass neighborhood too for real estate market, Pilsen. That's going to take... They've been saying that shit about Pilsen for the last fucking 30, 40 years. It's the next fucking Lincoln Park or some shit, right? It's never changed. It still hasn't changed. It's still it's still a Mexican haven. They got Rudy Lozano fucking drive in the middle of this Mexican neighborhood called Pilsen. Rudy Lozano, I guess he was like an organizer of like Mexican civil rights in the 60s, I guess. I don't fucking know. Well, time to shift gears, I guess. I don't know if you've seen the movie Rounders, but that opening scene where Matt Damon's character plays this card shark named Michael McDermott, right? And then John Malkovich's character plays some other Russian card shark. He owns a poker room called Teddy KGB. So Teddy KGB and Michael McDermott, they're in this fucking poker room, owned by Teddy KGB, of course. And it's called the movie's called Rounders. And they're battling with Texas Hold'em poker, right? Trying to get at each other's stacks, right? I think the minimum buy-in is like $25,000 for this card game, cash game, right? No limit Texas Hold'em poker. So McDermott, he's dealer and fucking KGB. He's the other player, right? It's a fucking head-to-head matchup, heads-up matchup. And then, so McDermott, he deals out the cards, 2 to fucking KGB and 2 to himself. He throws the fucking, he bets. McDermott, he's holding like ace-9, right? We don't know what KGB has, right? He's holding ace-9. So pre-flop, I think he raises the pot, or I think he raises off the fucking blinds, off the large blind from Teddy KGB. KGB calls, right? It was a decent raise too. I can't remember, but then the flop comes. It's ace nine. McDermott's holding ace nine, so now he's got two pairs. McDermott raises. He overbets the pot. He goes like 1.5 times the pot, right? KGB calls. Now, if you read what do you call it? Harrington on Cash Games, he would say two pairs is a fucking mediocre pair, even if it's top two pair. He said it's a middling pair. It's not even a premium pair or premium hand to have two pair, even if it's top two pair. So that was, according to Harrington's rules, that would be a mistake to overbet the pot, 1.5 times the pot. You know, Harrington recommends in small hands like two pair and one pair, top pair, whatever. Those are small hands, so keep the pot small. But fucking what does McDermott do? He goes 1.5 times the pot. He bets like 1.5 times the pot. And what does KGB do? He calls. He calls McDermott's 1.5 times bet pot. So right then and there, that was a mistake. McDermott was like getting pot committed, even though he was holding like a mediocre hand, according to Harrington on Cash Games. So, McDermott, he deals out another card on the board, right? So far it's ace nine, right, on the board. I think McDermott, he throws out some non-essential, I think it's like two of spades. That's what he was putting putting KGB on like a flush draw. Cause like the board had I think it was like ace nine of spades. And then McDermott had like ace nine of clubs or some shit, right? And then McDermott deals out on the board another spade. Then I think McDermott checks and fucking KGB checks, right? So far we have like ace nine plus I think two of spades, all spades, ace nine, two, all spades, right? So finally fucking McDermott throws out the river card, right? What is it? It's a nine. I think it's like a nine of spades, right? And so that makes McDermott's hand a full house. He has like nines over aces. Nines full over aces. 3 nines. His fucking 1 9 plus the 2 nines on the fucking. Oh, let me see. Yeah, plus the 2 nines on the fucking the river. Or on the fucking board. And he has the ace paired up with the other ace on the board. So he has nines over aces. So McDermott thinking that KGB hit his flush, and then McDermott could beat KGB's flush with McDermott's full house. I think what does he do? I think he bets a small amount into the pot, and then KGB fucking raises him. Major big flag. Major fucking red flag right there, right? KGB raises him like 2 times the pot or some shit, right? But what does McDermott do? Instead of just fucking calling, McDermott raises all fucking in. KGB calls. And fucking what does KGB have? He has aces over nines, full house. KGB was slow playing fucking pocket pair of the aces the whole fucking time. When that ace first hit on the fucking flop, KGB was holding a set of aces. 3 aces. I think McDermott's first, like I said, McDermott's first fucking error was his overbetting the pot with just, with 2 pair. Once he overbet the pot and fucking, KGB called with this fucking pair of aces, he should have realized he was up against something, good. Anyways, woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's what you always do. You always replay your fucking worst hands. You the fucking hands that took your whole stack. You're playing them over and over and again in your fucking head. I had that happen to me once, you know? I was fucking holding like a pair of threes, right? And there's this fucking loose aggressive motherfucker. He would just raise the fucking pot willy-nilly, right? Pre-flop, he would raise the pot, you know. On the flop, he would fucking raise the pot. Post-flop, he would raise the pot. Turn card, river card, he would just fucking raise the pot. He'd just keep betting in the fucking pot, right? No matter what the fuck he held, right? So I'm holding my pair of threes, right? The board comes out. It's like 3, 4, 8 or something, right? So I get my set on my threes, right? So I figure I'm going to slow play this motherfucker, right? River card comes up, or the turn card comes up. It's another 4, right? That means I got like a full house right now, right? I have the fucking threes over 4s. And then the river card comes up, and I think it's some non-essential card. Or I think the fucking the turn card was some non-essential card, and the river card was a 4. So that gave me 3s over 4s, full house. So the guy, this fucking loose aggressive motherfucker, he keeps fucking betting. He has like 2 pair. From what I learned, he had 2 pair. He had like from what after he showed his cards, after we fucking bet all the pot, made our bets, he had 2 pair when he hit like the 4 and like the 8 on the flop. So that's why he bet into the pot on that flop, right? But I was holding a set. So I had him, you know, I had a higher percentage winning than he did. Anyways, the fucker he stacked me pretty much. I thought I had him beat with my 3s over 4s, but what did he have? He had 4s over 8s. So he beat me. He had a higher full house. He had a better full house than I did. He had 4s over 8s, and I had 3s over 4s. Oh well, that's poker. Shit. I thought I had more energy and enthusiasm to do this fucking podcast. Seems like I'm just doing that at like maintenance. Maintenance to what? I don't know. What am I trying to maintain? Leave a little brown on the paper. Leave a little brown on the paper. Leave a little brown on the paper. I predict that's going to be the next rap song. It's going to hit it big. It's going to be a club banger. Leave a little brown on the paper. Leave a little brown on the paper. That refers to, you know, wiping my ass. It's like a tactic I use in my asshole wiping skills. You know, I'll keep wiping and wiping until, you know, it's just a little smidge of fucking shit still stuck on the toilet paper, right? After I cleared out all the major shit out of my fucking asshole, do that excavation, you know, first I'll fucking, you know, wrap the fucking toilet paper so it's like a goddamn quilt practically. You know, I'll wipe off all that disgusting fucking watery shit off my ass. I'm taking one of them watery shits that I got. And I'll fucking go in with the quilt. Then I'll, you know, eventually, you know, thin out the fucking paper. I like to use Scott tissue, that real thin shit. I'll thin it out to like 2 or 3 layers. Stick it right up, cornhole my asshole, real good, right? You know, even give it the corkscrew method right there. You know, stick it in there, corkscrew it a little bit, cornhole my asshole, you know, finger it, you know, try to get all the shit out. And I'll keep going and going until I, you know, there's just a little brown. Just a little smidge of brown. If I stick up my asshole, the paper, the toilet paper, just a little smidge of brown on the fucking paper, right? And then I'll know I'm done. I'll just leave a little brown on that paper. So, yeah, I figured, you know, leave a little brown on the paper. That's catchy. That's fucking real catchy. Leave a little brown on the paper. Leave a little brown on the paper. It's a rap tune. It's a rap hit. That'll be the next, I don't know, Yo MTV Raps fucking #1 single. Leave a little brown on the paper. Leave a little brown on the paper. Yeah, today's music. I got into this before. Just like it's machine music. It's fucking machine language. It's basically if you put today's music up to like some kind of programmable like fucking computer that can be programmed by computer sounds. If you put up this fucking music, this is some kind of like computer that can receive those kind of commands. Like you could actually program a computer to do shit with just today's music. It's like machine language. So I was thinking, maybe you could use this fucking, today's music, this digital fucking music to like program your garage door opener. Or you fucking program your blender or some shit. Say you got a digital blender or some shit, right? Maybe you can use that fucking, that digital music. Like, I don't know, whatever kind of shit music they're putting out these days. Fucking FL Studio or some shit. That fucking shitty ass fucking digital music. Like computer language music. Like Simon. You ever play that game Simon Says? It's like a fucking disc. It's an electronic disc with like fucking lights on it and push buttons on it. And whatever the fucking the small computer in this fucking disc does, it lights up these fucking like red, green, blue, and yellow fucking lights on this computer disc. And you have to hit according to however the computer fucking cranked out the fucking the notes or the lights and shit. You have to do it in the exact same order. So it's like basically Simon Says, and it makes all these computer sounds, like, it's like you could program your fucking whatever, some fucking like a fucking can opener, digital can opener with that fucking Simon Says music. That's prevalent today in today's fucking digital fucking world. I hate that fucking shitty ass digital music. Such shit. So it's so fucking basic and fucking soulless. Like you could program your fucking. You could tell a fucking digital lawnmower what to fucking do. Hopefully one of these fucks will be playing that fucking digital shit music and they have like a digital fucking like wood chipper and the fucking they play their digital music and the fucking digital wood chipper like hears it, quote unquote, and it goes after it, like springs up fucking like mechanical legs and stuffs whoever's fucking listening to that shitty ass digital music into its fucking wood chipper mouth and it fucking this fucking whatever that shit for brains listen to that fucking digital shit music is chopped up in little pieces. That's my dream. Mein Kampf, which means my struggle. Yeah, it's a Hitler reference. I don't fucking believe in Hitler. I don't fucking like worship the dude, but you gotta admire that guy's fucking his ambition. He was like, hey, you see that Eiffel Tower? That's gonna be mine one day. And he did it. He's like, yeah, I own that shit now. That's Nazi controlled. The Nazis put their swastikas on the Eiffel Tower and shit when they were when they invaded France. You gotta admire that fucking guy's fucking. He just took it. He didn't ask nobody for nothing. He just said, fuck it, I'm going into France. Now it's mine, bitch. Fuck you. I admire that kind of fucking, like, that kind of hard-working ethic, The thing is, people think he was just some, like, stupid-ass fucking artist, right? And he just happened to one day become, like, some dictatorial fucking, piece of shit, despot, right? Thing is, he had fought in, like, World War I. He was pissed off about fucking Germany getting its fucking asses handed to him, after the fucking Allies or whatever the fuck they were called. I forgot what the fucking what the United States and all them other countries that fought in World War I called. The Axis powers, I think it was called. No, that's not the Axis powers. It's World War II. I forgot what they fucking called. Anyways, yeah, Germany pretty much got their asses handed to him after World War I, and Hitler was still he had fought in like World War I. So, I mean, this whole bullshit, he was just like some failed artist and shit. He was just drawing pictures one day in some outdoor European cafe, and he just fucking got the idea to become like, Hitler, the world's most fucking, the world's most hated fucking person within the last 100 fucking years, for killing the Jews and whatever, the gypsies and all that shit. The homosexuals that he put in the Holocaust, the fucking ovens, the gas chamber ovens and shit. There was no leap like that. He was fucking first. He was a pissed off fucking war veteran. And then, if he had been successful, Hitler would have been like George Washington. Oh, well. I'm not trying to glorify Hitler. He was a piece of shit, right? Killing all his people. But still, man. One guy changed the whole fucking course of human history, pretty much. But he wasn't some fucking failed artist. That's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know where that myth comes from. Oh, shit. How much time have I put in this shit? 36 minutes. Yeah, I'll make this real long so nobody fucking listens to it. Subconscious, the other person living inside of you. Yeah, there is something. There is another person living inside you. When you go into your deep sleep state, I mean, you're sitting there, you're letting another person inside of you control your mind, pretty much. I mean, how can you explain that I have like whole jazz symphonies? I dream whole jazz symphonies in my fucking head. I don't know where that fucking music came from, right? It could have been from something I dreamt and I listened to while I was conscious. But like whole jazz symphonies? Where does that fucking come from? I don't even know how to play a fucking instrument. I read a couple paragraphs here and there about jazz. I took a humanities class in college. They talked a little about bebop and shit, right? But the notes I'm hearing in my head, where did that come from? The whole fucking jazz symphony. How are you going to tell me that's not something else, some other entity within me? It can't be from me. Can it? No, I mean, it's got to be something else. It's got to be something completely separate from me, living inside me. How that fucking living thing, how that living thing fucking resides within me, I don't know. It boggles my mind. I don't know how to fucking deal with it. Like I said, sometimes I wake up from my fucking sleep and it's like I wake up with like fucking music in my head. I don't know how to capture that music. I don't know how to fucking write music. I don't know how to fucking read sheet music. I don't know how to write sheet music. None of that shit. Well, I struggled enough. Forced out this fucking shitty ass podcast out of my fucking brain. Now it's digitized, ready to be consumed by the masses. All for you. Whatever. Good luck dying.